because you excuse. Stop pinching like that.
I'm not pinching
Yes,
you.
you did. You went like that.
I'm not pinching you. Yes. Yeah, so welcome to a foreigner in the
I'm a
Philippines.
pinched husband.
I didn't. Yeah, so welcome to a foreigner in the Philippines. Yeah, how many weeks we didn't do live dating?
No, it's not weeks, is it?
Maybe
Maybe a week.
a week. Yeah, we didn't do live stream in a week. Our signal is quite on
We're
and
having
off,
trouble.
right? We have a trouble.
We're
on
having
our...
trouble with the signal.
Yeah, but tonight our topic for tonight is after what's the topic, Tali?
Well, can you survive an infidelity and go on to still have a happy marriage?
In other words, one of the partner having an affair, right?
Well, not necessarily an affair. Maybe just some brief infidelity.
Some
being
short
unfaithful.
time. Yeah, so
A short time is a particular way describing something, Annie.
21 viewers out there, give us a like, and it says, please participate on our live stream topic for tonight. After infidelity, would you want to move on and have a happy marriage? You know,
if you're married and your partner is unfaithful, can you forgive it and still go on and have a happy marriage?
You know, for me,
it's a tough one.
I think it's very difficult. It depending on how strong your relationship is. You know, the time, and at the same time, how are you willing to give in, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Mr. Make It Man, hi guys. Ana
Hey,
Plaza,
Michael.
good evening. Hello po. Give us a thumbs up. Captain Sousa, hello guys.
Captain Sousa.
Hello guys, how are you feeling in COVID-19 environment? Hope you're both doing well.
We're both, well, I'm tired of this mask nonsense. That's what. I'm fed up of smelling my own breath. Was that real to you?
Yeah, sometimes Terrence mask is like that. And I said to Terrence when he go out, darling, you need to do the whole cover, your whole cover, you know. But yeah, sometimes, but you know, we need to follow, and at the same time, it's only for our own good.
It's my house acres.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Infidelity. From Jordan Sutherland. Hi, Mr. Make It Man. Isn't a marriage built on love and trust? Oh, wow.
Yes, it is. But people are not making excuses for someone who is unfaithful. But it is based on the union between two imperfect people.
Yeah.
So, but what can you forgive and still survive and be happy? So, Cody Johnson, good evening, Terrence and Beth. Much love from Texas.
Hello, sir. Nefora, hi. Susan Johnson, this is a hard subject. I guess anyone can make a mistake. Yeah. Nobody's perfect in the relationship.
Captain Sousa, I feel the same.
Mask.
Stink, breath, and feeling strangled. That's the one for me.
Yes.
Maybe we should have made this subject. How are you doing wearing a mask?
Yeah, so 37 viewers out there. As I says, our topic for tonight to the newly one is infidelity. Are you what do you call that? Happy in a marriage to move on, right?
Are you able to survive an infidelity?
Yeah, and give us a thumbs up in this live stream. Nepora, hello, 28 viewers. Jeremy Opsala, my fiancé, I feel sometimes act more like my mother. Have you ever come across hearing of this before? Myrtle
Beach. You know something? I have. I knew someone who was in a relationship that fabled friend. A friend of mine was in a relationship with someone who used to have a phrase of "you've been mommed," as in mothered, and it didn't last. And he was heard to say later, "What happened? Why did it fail?" He said, "She kept saying to me, 'You've been mommed.'" He said, "You can't have sex with your mother. You've been mommed. kills it. My
Yes, as
fiance.
yes. So as I says, what?
De fora,
We're finished on that,
de
darling.
fora 28 years, Jeremy upsell. My fiance is, oh, okay.
From Jordan
Jordan Sutherland.
Sutherland, I'm watching this with my girlfriend from Agua, La Union. We are in Lead, UK. We are
In
both
Leeds.
in Leeds,
In
UK. We are
Leeds.
both 26. Wow.
Oh, same age. How unusual.
Congratulations, you know.
Do you think that a same age could can a marriage or a relationship between two people who are the same age, can it survive?
That's, of course, right?
I don't know actually, darling,
That's
because
another topic.
usually the woman is more mature.
That's another topic that we're going to tackle in the next live stream. But for now, our topic is infidelity. Are you having what's the why is it infidelity in a marriage? Are you can move on happily? What do you call that?
Or you can move on happily.
Can you move on?
Probably a much better sentence that I could cobble
What?
together in Visayan. Yes,
After
if you're in a
infidelity,
marriage and there's by one of the partners there's anxiety, can you move on and still have a happy
marriage. From Cody Johnson's personally, I would never be able to trust my partner ever again. I would never do this and don't think it's too much to ask from my better half. Ray Shamrock, let's bet far from me, laughing out loud. Randy Visitacion, stay safe, healthy, and stay positive in life. And most of all, let love make you happy. Yes, it says others might be having a good relationship, the foundations, and then suddenly might have just a little accident that lead to infidelity. But there are also others that cannot trust anymore because, as I says, once the trust is broke in the relationship, it's very difficult to put it back together. There's always been a issue, trust issue, because might be you have an argument and then the partner gonna say you did that, you broke my trust, how could I trust you again, so might be always like, what do you call that, darling?
It's always been dragged up.
Yeah, drag in the conversation, drag in the argument, so
That's when uh, the one who suffered from the partner being unfaithful
yeah.
never quite forgives, never quite forgets. And
But
the other thing is, in order to survive, the one who has been unfaithful has to serve his time. He has to go to jail, and he or she has to realize that they are the ones that broke the trust.
yeah, but might be, I agree sometimes,
Well,
but
they're
then
the ones that are going to have to um, do everything so that they cannot ever be accused of being unfaithful again. They got to show where they are, where they've been, what they said, who they met, and they're going to have to put up with that. If they went out and did something that was totally against the agreement of the marriage, then sorry, they're going to have to pay the price.
yeah, so there are some relationship that having suffered on that and move on and have a good relationship again, because the part, as I says, it's about the foundations of your relationship. Maybe it's just a short mistakes that suddenly just go on the other way. But as I says, infidelity is really the main problem. Why is it a lot of relationship is been broke up. But there's also some relationship that just been continuing because one partner is martyr, right?
Is what?
Martyr.
A martyr.
Yeah. Like, okay, it's okay. Everybody have a mistake. I forgive you, right?
Yeah, but they
And
never
let's
do.
forget. Let's
But
start from the beginning.
they keep bringing it up. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, sometimes there are also like that. There's also some marriage like that. I saw that in majority in Filipino movies, right?
Filipino movies.
Yeah, let's move on. As it says,
We're
please
losing it. We
participate.
need to come back down.
Participate in our live stream where we are now from Mr. Make It Man. Let love maybe you make happy. Mr. Make It Man, okay, so mistakes is accidentally falling on someone's genitalia several times until orgasm. That is not a mistake. That takes forethought and planning. That is no mistake. I think, yeah, I agree with you, sir. But there are also there are some instances. For example, what you call that, darling? Drunkard, right? The man or the woman is drunk, you know.
Right.
So just when and then somebody
And
is tempted them.
like Michael said, he accidentally gets into bed, he accidentally takes his shoes and socks off, and accidentally slips out of his pants and his undies and gets into bed and performs a sex act, and afterwards says, oops, there was an accident.
Yeah, but what if it was been planned by the one that did it? For example,
You mean the one outside the marriage?
yeah, outside the marriage. How about it was been set up, right?
Set up.
Yeah,
Well,
right. So might be that's another considerations. You know, for
I
example,
guess,
somebody was been very obsessed to you, right? There's that in the movie.
I mean, the man version of that is that um, an erect titi, as Filipinos would say, has no conscience. So once a man gets a hard on for someone, unless he is guided by a very strong way of life, um, then he may go out and do the deed. But it's not an accident. Like Michael said, it's not an accident.
Yeah, let's
You
move.
can't come back and say, I had an accident.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but as I says, if you've been married, if you've been in the relationship, the most important is be faithful in that relationship and be committed. You know.
Right, but
Ray Shamrock Terrence, love the videos on your bed build.
thank you. Glad
Paul,
you enjoy those.
Paul Smith, of course, many people, though counseling and therapy have done wonders, depend on people involved. Thank you, sir. Ray Shamrock, if you lie, then it's over. As you never trust them, best to end the relationship, I think. Yeah.
Best to end.
The Inner Heart Live, good morning, TNB. Thank you. Francois L. From Ottawa, Canada, very touchy subject from my personal experience. My ex has cheated 3 times while we were married, just like an American baseball. After 3 strikes, she was out.
Right. I guess, you know, part of this is a complicated subject, isn't it? It's Francois said, it's a touchy subject, especially if it touches by anybody who's watching this now and taking part in the discussion, that if they've suffered from the infidelity, then and gone on and trusted and failed, then that's going to be their experience, you know. But boy, to go on afterwards, the one who has been cheated on has to be a very, very strong person.
Yeah, and I think the love is really bigger to let go, right? You know?
To let the memory of what happened go.
Yeah. I what I mean is, for example, the one who cheated is the husband, right? And the wife was really in love to the husband. And especially if there's some kids involved, that's another thing, you know, because there's a lot of considerations to be involved. But as as we said in our previous videos, if the relationship is already toxic in the family, then it's better to end that relationship rather than trying to recover and rather than trying to amend it, you know.
Well, the biggest fear, surely
But still be faithful.
the biggest fear is, well, you did it once.
Don't do
will
it
you
again.
do it again?
Yeah, because not okay. Once is not totally what you call that. It's just an accident. But if you did it many times, then it's already a big what you call that. It's still doing once. It's still an infidelity. But if you what do you call that, darling? How to say that?
If you believe it just happened once, then you might be able to forgive. But here's the other thing: is that when a person has cheated, they're at that level